everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I've been married to a covert narcissist for almost 20 years. I'm separated from him now, and what I do with this channel is I use my real life experiences to get information out there to people about what narcissism really is, what it looks like, what it does to you, and what it does to your family. In today's video, I'm going to bring a religious aspect into narcissism and discuss the Jezebel Spirit. So for those of you that don't know, the Jezebel Spirit is a satanic spirit. It is the devil himself. Jezebel was a queen of Israel. She was married to King Ahab. She was an evil, wicked woman. She persuaded her husband to promote the worship of Baal, a false god. She had many prophets of God killed. She was an active enemy of God, and she led God's people away from him. A Jezebel spirit is somebody who is attacked by Satan. Satan rules this person now. The Jezebel spirit attacks families. It's connected to narcissism. God's design for marriages and families is unity, love, honor, and a relationship with God. Jezebel's spirit seeks to kill and destroy the institution of marriage and family. So narcissists become enveloped by the Jezebel spirit, and they go on to wreak havoc in their families' lives. If you are with a narcissist, you are with a satanic being. Narcissists don't exist as people anymore. They're dead on the inside. They're flesh, they're bone, but their soul has been corrupted. They are corrupted people. They are completely filled with evil. There's nothing good about them anymore. Now, the thing about the devil, Satan, he wants people to not believe in him, or believe that he is this little, if you think about a caricature of Satan, he's this red being, he has horns, he has a pitchfork, he looks like a cartoon character. He doesn't look believable, or you would think that he is just somebody that is so evil that you would recognize him right away, that he's, everything he touches burns down. That's not who Satan is. That's who Satan wants you to think he is, so that you're not worried about him. You think, well, this is ridiculous. This is just some medieval claptrap that doesn't exist. That's what he wants you to believe. Because if you don't believe he exists, he can cause more damage in your life. Now, Jezebel Spirit is named after Queen Jezebel, but it's not a female thing. There's no gender. A Jezebel Spirit is a name for an evil spirit that attacks families, that turns people into narcissists, that takes everything good out of that person and turns them into a cold, calculating beast. If you believe in God, you believe in God, you believe that there's goodness in the world. You believe in all things positive, in love, in joy. In order for that to be the case, in order to believe in that, you have to be comparing it against something else. You can't know what love is if you don't know what something that isn't loving is. You can't know beauty if you don't know something that isn't beautiful. If I had a beautiful flower and I showed you this flower and we were agreeing, yes, this is a beautiful flower, we know it's beautiful because we know something that isn't beautiful. It's the contrast. That's how we are able to recognize it. It's like if I saw a beautiful woman or a really handsome man, you can recognize their good looks because you know something that isn't good looking. That's how you recognize it. So for God, you know that he exists because you know that there are things that exist that aren't good. Satan is the thing that isn't good. He is an enemy of the world. He is an enemy of God's children. What he wants to do is cause as much mayhem as he can possibly cause. So if you don't believe in him, or you think that you would recognize him right away, that's how he can get in and destroy you. Now I'm going to talk about some of the signs that somebody has a Jezebel spirit, and you'll see it sounds like I'm describing a narcissist. So these are the signs that someone has a Jezebel spirit. They lack empathy. They take joy in hurting others. They're manipulative. They gaslight, lie, confuse. Love bomb. There's lack of accountability. They can't handle criticism. They want control. They have feigned repentance. They have pride. That sounds like a narcissist. It sounds like I'm describing a narcissist. That's the Jezebel spirit. They completely take over somebody's life. There's no room for anything goodness. It's all out. And if you know a narcissist, somebody really high on narcissistic traits, they're a cold person. You can look at their face and there's nothing there. There's no light. Light comes from God. You know, the sparkle in someone's eye, that's their soul. Somebody corrupted doesn't have that. Somebody who's a narcissist is completely corrupted. There's nothing left. They're human in the sense that they're alive. They have flesh, they have bone, but they're not human anymore. They're a demon. They are not somebody that has any goodness. They are out to destroy. That's what Satan wants. You want to, or people think, or some people think that Satan is easily recognizable. He's not. That's how he is able to get away with so many things. Satan can come into your life acting like the sweetest person in the world. This is what narcissists do. They love bomb you. They can act. They pretend that they're everything good. They pretend that you are their dream person, that they're going to give you all these amazing things, that you're going to be super happy. They're going to just be the love of your life, and nothing could ever go wrong. They're going to write you poems and buy you presents. That's what Satan does when he wants to get a child of God. He'll come in any way that he can. However he thinks you will accept him, that's how he will show up as. He is not going to show up at your front door with a pitchfork and fire blazing off his head. You would be scared to death and not let him in. You let this person in. Satan, any of his spirits, come in through openings that you allow him in. He doesn't have to sneak in. People invite him in. This is what happens. People welcome these relationships with narcissists at first because the narcissist is conning them. They're manipulating you. So you accept this person in, and then you believe that later on, when the narcissist is full on out, there's no escape from reality. You are with this evil, cold, possessive person, but you keep thinking, oh no, well, that's not how they really are. Something must have happened, because when we were first dating, we were first together, he or she was the most amazing person. Oh my gosh. Like my own husband, he used to write me poems. He used to buy me gifts. I hardly ever saw him when he didn't have flowers in his hands. This is what they do. And then once they have you, they go about destroying you. They don't even know it. They don't know that they're possessed by evil. They just believe that they are the best, that everybody should follow them. God is out of their life. The only way for a narcissist to improve, the only way for a narcissist to get the evil off them is turning to God. But just like the devil himself is never going to turn to God, the devil wants to rule the world. He wants to take over. He knows he's a defeated foe. He knows this. But until the world ends, he is going to try to take as many people down to hell with him as possible. That's his goal in life. There's no part of him that wants to seek God. In order for somebody to seek God, you have to have something good in you. There has to be a goodness. You need to be drawn to that goodness. And the thing is, oftentimes this happens, and this has happened to me. The closer somebody gets to God, the more evilness against you ramps up. So I have become closer and closer to God. And as that has happened, my husband has become worse and worse and worse. You would think it would be the opposite. As I became a better person, a more generous person, a more loving person, he became more and more cold, more evil. He was against everything. It was always odd too, because he would come to church with me sometimes with my kids. He would always fall asleep there. When we went to church one time, we first started going to this church. We went to the church and they had this thing called pizza with the pastor. So we would meet with him and get to know people. My husband started shaking at the church. He was so uncomfortable there. He got up and left. He just took off. He couldn't handle it. I didn't recognize that then as what it really was. Evilness. Satan didn't want to be around these good people. Satan couldn't be around anything positive. He embarrassed me. He rushed out of there. I talked to the pastor about it later, and he said, "Oh, is he okay?" And, I didn't know what the heck had happened. Now I do. He was always evil. He had been taken over from a young age. He became an actor. Then as I became more religious, he ramped up and the devil wanted to grab me, wanted to grab the kids. This is what they do. They destroy families. So if you are with a narcissist, you are with Satan. And take that as the warning that it is. There's no hope for these people. They would have to turn to God. You can't change them. You don't have any power over them. You can pray for them, absolutely, but you can't be in a relationship with Satan. He will destroy you. He rules this world. So until you are in heaven, you are vulnerable to Satan. So please take this as the warning that it is. Now, I recognize that not everybody can accept this, and maybe it sounds crazy. So please tell me in the comments what you think. Is this real? Are narcissists satanic? Is the Jezebel spirit real? You know, I'm going to leave with a great quote by St. Augustine, and he said that corruption is poverty of the soul. I just thought that was so... I loved the way that sounded. It really is true. If you think about a narcissist, there's a corruption in them. They have a poverty of the soul. Their soul is lacking. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm very grateful. Please like it. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video on Wednesday. God bless.